Já vysílám. Zkouška odvahy. Jo, je to poprvé. Nevím, co mám dělat. Velká úzkost. Asi můžu prostě hrát, ale nevím. Mám pocit, že bych měla něco říct, ale prostě cítím úzkost. Nevím, proč to dělá. A nikdo to neuvidí, ale prostě jenom tak. Člověk může dělat věci jenom tak. Jenom tak je prostě zkusit. Ne? Prostě jenom tak. Jenom tak. A moje úzkost. No nic. Tak jdeme na to. No. Okay, asi zkusím ty stylizované fonty, I guess. Doufám, že nebudu litovat. Ok, auto. Kámen. Mašu. Já tě vymažu. Tě vymažu šutrem. Zajímavý. Prostě šutr. No jo, si člověk na začátku streamu asi řekne třeba ahoj, nebo tak nic. Můžeme se hezky koukat na matu. Se vždycky neuvědomuje, že už ve v dobu zapisoval. Jsem ráda, že se nevidím, že tam streamování. Holy Roman Empire, Artist Sleep. Artist Sleep. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. Glossary. Co to znamená? nevím, jak... Nevím, k čemu to je dobrý. Brother Piero is such a source of wisdom and encouragement for you. Socrates. Indeed, but the rule of the Christian contemplative life demands that the brothers not engage in idle chatter. Saint Robert. Jesus Christ, what a pack of dullards! Be happy you're only stuck there for a few more months after that. Preston. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized and said I'd avoid unnecessary conversations in the future. I replied that the rule was for him, not for me. I'm an artist, not a monk. I just nodded and kept working. Aha. Si předtím jsem si mohla vybrat, ale proč bych se vybírala? Jsem byla nějaká zmatek. Jsem z toho zmatek. Ale co řeknu? Asi neřeknu. Not worth arguing about, especially as the abbot isn't even there to observe you on most days. Right, not like Friar Ferenc is any less of a priest. Andreas can labor equally well under either master, albeit with as much guidance from Brother Piero. Teď zvláštní ty tečky nad i jsou čárky, to mě mate. Preston joke. Despite the abbot's fear, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Zajímalo by mě, jak se z toho lidi ve středověku si cítili, když si měli brát někoho domluveného. Jak moc jim to vadilo, jak moc to bylo prostě jenom normální. Taková ta prostě těžkost, co patří k životu. Ten. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is he pretty at least? My brother said he's left, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. Small portrait they sent was lovely, but the artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man Andras. I fear you must leave us. True, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Beatrice, ta je asi z božské komedie. Ale zase nevím, jestli tehdy už byla napsána božská komedie. By mohla, už mi to vlastně, no, není středověk, to datum bylo 15. Ne, možná. To asi budu pamatuju. Já vůbec nevím. To je jedno. Well, I can't always dream of this place, Majesty. I don't know, Your Majesty. I will pray for your safety and swift return. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, Your Majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, Your Majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Ow! At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run, you ragged boy. You'll be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. That's no way to think about it. You need to stand up for yourself. Ah! Would you please stop? I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Tak výborný. Andreas je stará přezdívka mýho přítele. Good morning, Ursula. Go on board. Time to get up. Čas si obléct Mickey. J quest. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Maps. Jsem na Gärtner Farm. Okay, people. Chaos. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron. Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all of these books to read. I really should clean this up. I'm not tired yet. Perhaps after compline. Andres Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Ale tak šlapal nám na nohy šašek, takže ve snu, takže to není tak dobrý, takže ordinary. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the hraje you like from the Alabans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the abbey. Otto stopped by? Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. I will nod. Tak já poděkuji. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Honor. And if we raised it by 2 groschen, dokonce. To je prostě zaplatit dřív a ještě k tomu víc, to je příliš. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the abbey. 2 months behind. Oh no. Daně. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, Tak to nesmíme dopustit, aby Peter byl plešat. I'm not sure how to... No, říkat jim, že Peterovi vlasy jsou precious, mi přijde trošku, že to zní ironicky. Asi dám tohle. We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologize again for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get higher to pay every year. Peter works... prostě dělá chyby. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. Saint Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the abbey. It's only during the divine office that Friar Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. Masterpiece. Taky bych chtěla mít takový sebevědomí. Ale nevím, tak. On má určitě hodně dobrou techniku. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in life after some wonder. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in passing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your sketching in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Sketching jsem si myslela, nevím, že je to nějaký druh ani něčeho vyšívání, když jsem to takhle přečetla. Ne, nějakýho třeba paličkování. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. Skromný. That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Vespers. Ne, ani nevím, napadlo mě, že to znamená do školy, ale vůbec nevím. Já se v tomhle nevyznám. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for a supper. Of course. Please say hello to the Drucker for us. Nemám ráda, když po mně někdo chce, abych pozdravovala. Nevím, nechápu, proč lidi pozdravují. Nikdy nevyřizuju pozdravy. I když asi bych to někdy udělala, ale vždycky hned zapomenu. Of course. Until later, Clara. Ne, nevyřídím na pozdravy. To by mi nebylo podobné. So, Eva. Hello, Andreas. Aha, to je všechno. Clara? Hello, Clara. Can you spare a moment to chat? Of course, Andreas. How can I help? Se zeptáme, kolik dluží opět. Oh well, about 2 guldens worth. If you can't pay your rent early, it's alright. I'm sure we can find some way to pay the abbot. Zajímavý, jak se tam vyloženě dělají chyby a pak se mažou a přepisujou. To je, nevím, jsem si vzpomněla, jak mi kdysi někdo tvrdil, že prostě ve středověku, když si psal, tak si nesměl udělat ani jedinou chybu, protože jinak si musel prostě celou stránku psát od znova. Ale přišlo mi to taky divný, ale Ciao. Mm. Mm. No, no. I was merely curious. Ah, I see. Peter's too proud of a man to ask for charity when there's still ground to till. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked you about rent in the first place. You're young. You have your own life ahead. Já jí zaplatím dřív. Bless you, Andreas. Don't mention this to Peter, alright? God. He would hate to know I told you about our troubles. He won't know a thing. Thank you, Andreas. Until later, Clara. Peter. Petře. Andreas. Okay. Big York. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your wonders before you came to Tessing? Vandia. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Okay. Pastel. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich and Fribourg. Low Countries. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges and Ghent. Italy. Andreas knows Italian and little Greek and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice and Milan. Jak se mám vybrat? To je těžký. Prostě nemám... Já nevím. Ono je to asi jedno. Si vyberu podle toho, který erb se mi nejvíc líbí a nejvíc se mi líbí tenhle. Tak. Over in Switzerland. Basil mostly. Basel. Basil. Uvidíme. Swiss air must be different then. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big York. Vykulil oči. Nebo je měl pořád tak vykulené, ten hrdina. To snad ne. What you spend all the time in Switzerland doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Kdo jsem? Hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all his time to his art. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as possibly he can. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Oh no, to ne. Tak to ne. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. To taky nechci. No, kdyby byl být jenom o umění, to mi přijde trošku nudný na hraní. Taková postava. A nevím, si být hedonist nebo bookworm, nevím. Kdybych chtěla bookworm, tak bych víc četla knížky v té hře, ale nevím, jestli se mi úplně chce číst knížky ve hrách, to nemám úplně zase tak ráda. Když nehraju hry, abych četla knížky. Ale třeba to vůbec tak nebude, já nevím. Tak dáme hedonist. Swiss women are beautiful, and the beer isn't bad. What do you think I spend my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Teď zase on vykulil oči. No, možná jsem měla dát bookworm, to by bylo takový víc, ne, takový společensky uznávaný, asi, I guess. Why not? Please tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere Saint Augustine, who said, Lord, make the chaste, but not yet. Make me chaste, but not yet. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. Jorg! Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg! Let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm acting too long. Like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Jorg. Hey, Andreas. You say hello to the girls today. Eva and Clara? No, I mean the chickens. Peter, James and John. To nejsou girls. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. You named your chickens after the epistles? Oh ne, začínám litovat, že jsem si vybrala hedonistu. No dobře, tak to první. All the pretty girls I know are married though. Naming a chicken after another man's wife doesn't seem right. but I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness greatest moments of glory and his darkest trial. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. Tyjo. Tak to je deep. You have much in common with Christ. Word of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially the father. It's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to Bowers. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes. Zase ty daně. Anyway, I should get back to it. Until later, Andreas. Until then. Tolik povídání. Town Commons. Tady jsou holky. A nemocný půjde. God bless you. Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been... oh, god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Jo, určitě. Were things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bore us much about our customs. Jo, to zní dobře. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Pershta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Aha, takže je špatný počasí, protože nedáváte obětiny starým bohům. To jo. Matthias knew that God was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. White lady. Nešlo by zrušit to dopisování Boha a Krista, aby to tam bylo rovno. Nevím, jestli tohle je ono. Můžu to zkusit. What sort? What sort of old customs? The kind that scare away witches and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The Sens weren't the first to watch over Tessin. My father knew that. Old Rennick Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keeping the traditions alive. What do these traditions entail? When you get up in the middle in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. I should go. Huh? Alright, God bless you. Stejně to tam nebylo hned. Nemůžu projít přes se, samozřejmě. Tak nevím, co jsem vymazal. No, co jsem se potroušel. And this. Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? I'm already late to the abbey. I swear it won't be long. Alright then. Wonderful, I've got too many irons in the fire. Si to neměl dál. No jo, nebudu ho kritizovat. Kráví. O jeho práci. Or rather shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Tak to je váš. To je minihra. Here, take the shoe in the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoes on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Faster! To je za. Good, good. Next one. Ah, well done. See? Short bird. Thanks for the help, Andrea. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. It sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Have you considered a child? Have you considered an apprentice? Ale to si asi uvědomuje, že může vzít učně, tomu neřeknu nic novýho, ale třeba ho nenapadlo prostě zaměstnat dítě. Well, that's probably a topic for another day. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Till then. Andre's smithy. So much more than the one he uses at the Abbey. Oh ne, zase ovce. Co to děje? Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye for them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and sheep started hopping in. Martin, idiot, you're going to help them. Pozdě a bot na mě bude zlej. Já nechci přijít pozdě, jenom když mě budou přesvědčovat, že to opravdu potřebuju, tak zůstanu. Thanks. It'll probably take an hour or two to track them all down at this rate. Blood sacrament. Damn it, Veronica. What did I say about blasphemy? Sorry, Mom. Oh, look, there's something going on up at the Steiner's place. Lovely. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when John pulled his pants down. Need it? Nejde se mi dostat na ty visuals, nevím jak to mám dělat. No. There. Knocked two of my men's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's hand. You think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Jak tě to hodně zajímá. Damn it, Martin, stayed out of trouble for once. Jo. Přesně tak. Well, Aunt Hetty, behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these under control. Of course, see you later. Ano, ciao. Tam teď stavím. Nevím, jestli ho mám. Jestli to mám. Good luck. My skinny little body. True. Já se úplně nemůžu podívat za těmi týpky. Oh well. Jo, nalevo nic nebude. Já jsem můžu ještě. Okay. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Murray and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. On je asi tiskáč. Proto se tam tak naskládaly ty písmenka jako první promluvy, no. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from heresy, bitch man. Yours will be toast. No jo, no dřív to bylo taký pochybný. Prostě používat jiný jazyky než latinu. Heresy. Sure, why not? Some of things people are publishing these days would make a bishop's head spin. Or an abbot's. It doesn't take much with that one. I know it, but at least I don't have to deal with him much. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Vespers, monastic hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours. It is followed by supper. Of course, thank you. Great. I'll tell Mary and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. God bless Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Jaké smutnej, ten kněz. I just stayed up. Having trouble once. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on the... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visit. Master Mahler, this is Lawrence Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Poblíž Červ. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors here were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I here were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Jünsbrück, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of free colleges of the imperial estates of the Holy Roman Empire, the prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. The emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Why was the diet assembled, my lord? Oh, nothing you need to worry about. Austrian things, Habsburg things, boring even for nobles. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck and I decided to ride ahead and make a visit to Kershaw. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the abbey and for us all. Indeed, by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Cassia he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Huh? Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tessing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the abbey through Father Perno. Takhle vypadá. And I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mahler here. No, a ještě nejsem master. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months he's also helping in the abbey's scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. No, takže to bylo 15. Takže jsem si to pamatovala dobře. Jdu pozdě. To si bude pamatovat. Of course it is. I'll have a word with the abbot if he makes a fuss. And if he still makes a fuss, I'll have a word with the Prince Bishop of Freising, a good friend of mine. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the abbot's stable. Ne, ale my už jsme pozvaní někam jinam na večeři, oh no. A ne, a jo, on zve Tomase. Tak to je dobrý. Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Nějaký arrogantní šlechtic. Jako kdyby to nebyl šlechtic. Excellent. We will see you there. Ten je tak. Ten je teda. To je teda šlechtic. Niklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the abbot's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old for not yet to yet be a master. You said you were unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth, I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful, the same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that would have been said years ago. might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. Ah, no. He was a few years ahead of me. Martin Luther. No. A protestanti, tyjo. Co říkali protestanti? Nevím, tak řeknu, že mě to za stolik nezaujalo. A to vypadá. Oh, nonsense. Even you disagree with him? How can the ideas not hold your interest? I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the Church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. Jo, já jsem dala, že mě protestanti nezaujali, protože, nevím, jsem četla totiž jednoho autora, který mluvil o tom, že protestanti byli víc jakoby, nevím, pro vlastně zaujatí proti dětem a považovali je za, jako, že se rodíme špatní a jenom tou přísnou výchovou a čtením Bible se prostě můžeme stát dobrými, což se mi moc nelíbí. Nevím, jestli to říkal přímo Martin Luther, se v tom nevyznám, ale prostě ne. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Why are you so interested in my education? Ah, yes, it must seem strange. I did not attend university, but I had a rich private education at my family's estate. Zajímavý to, že nechodil na univerzitu, změnilo to, jakým způsobem ho ta moje postava vnímá. A proto se změnil fond, kterým jsou psaný jeho dialogy. Najednou nám připadá hloupější asi, že má jako jednodušší prostě fond. No teda, jsme nějací trošičku namyšlení ohledně toho, že jsme studovali na vysoké. I love all knowledge from Aristotle and Cicero and Ficino and Erasmus and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? Máme doktora. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. Oh, what a failure. I started working toward a doctorate but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Theology. Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured systems of laws that governs the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. To mi přijde nejpraktičtější, nejvyužitelnější, i když se Je to taková to stará medicína. Ne, ale snad byla užitečná i tehdy. Co by člověk neměl být prostě takový. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest facts coming out of Italy. Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come. You, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you never show your face here again. Curse you, Roland Ruffvogel. Perchta's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind a fate. Perchta, jaká ta bohyně. Ona to řekla na. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? Ne, jenom nestášej tebe, to je něco provat a nechceš nám to říct. Neřekni nic. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall sentient quoted words of wisdom from Roman Republic and Empire. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it. He's adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Andreas excelled at rhetoric in university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, chirurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He is also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. Tak tohle. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's Organon the foundation of your study? Yes, the Organon for logic and Euclid's Elements for geometry. But the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. The Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Summa Logicae, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. Tomu nerozumím. And of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. All monks and friars, of course. A great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the Church's vision of truth. Is that so wrong? I question that these great men should have had to wrest logic into what the church established by fiat and force. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? Tak třeba tohle. To se tak tomu hodí. I loved studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild spaces around us. Formerly I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myths to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And this may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness, learning about plants and animals. Já jsem taky měla hodně ráda procházky v přírodě. Really? Did the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but the Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Surely there is more that we can learn about plants, insects, and animals by observing them in nature. And beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of walk in the woods. Ah, there's the abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know Tirso at all? My family have been patrons of Tirso for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Tirso still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. No, moc z něho už nezbylo. Well, perhaps it is nostalgia that brings me back here. I commissioned a manuscript to Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wit and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Just study. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Já už asi chci končit. Ono se to samo ukládá. Hádám, že asi pořád nevím, jak to říct. Ne, před 25 minutami. No, tak ještě Bůh. Niklaus, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes. You're loading. Nebo... Ne, to jsem řekla blbě. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nice. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Church closed most of them centuries ago. But then Kirsto is a place out of time in more ways than one. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I don't blame them though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature after all. Přesně. Abbot. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Well, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium. Now! Of course, father. Then get to work. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance for the Gärtner's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. To mohlo být lepší. A opravdu byl špatný moment a ptát se ho, jestli je to špatný moment, by nedávalo smysl. A hádat se s ním, aby si to nevybíjel, na mě taky nedává smysl. Tak se to uložilo? Je 6 hodin ráno. Yes. Tak jo. To je asi konec. Ahoj.